Hi, all my beautiful souls. I am Lady Stars of Fire. This is part 2 of the weekly healing messages for August 20th through the 27th. Now, wow, just so much. Let me just first start off by saying Spirit itself is telling me you're kind of getting a chance to have a clean slate. So, those next 2 to 3 weeks, that's what this is. That's what these energies are. There's a lot of masculine tension coming in, which is coming from Mars. But this is that chance of working out what Mars and Saturn have been trying to tell you so that you can positively move forward. However, we need this time to work out those kinks as we do so. With that being said, let me go into the astrology. Yes, Mercury has gone direct. Great. At least we think it's great. Mercury has gone direct, which means our communication is outwardly again. Wonderful thing. However, it's directly across from Mars. It is in opposition of Mars. Mars is still in retrograde for one more week. Mars is our planet of hot, passionate action and fire. Hot action and fire. And it's also bringing in sexual tension too. I mean, anything that's bringing you tension right now is because of the passion coming out of that hot, fiery planet. And it's dealing with relationships and fixing those kinks within those relationships so we can move forward positively. It is in the universal 10th house of Capricorn. So it's talking to us about how can we recreate in a more positive foundation as we bring those relationships to the surface and move forward. This is that last week to get this shit right, is what Mars is smacking you upside the head with and trying to give you energy of. And it's talking to Mercury in those dark energies of what it is we need to overcome. Okay, this is going to be going on, like I said, for the next couple of weeks, like 2 to 3 weeks, because you also have Saturn, that is going to be going direct also. And Saturn is rules, walls, and boundaries in the same house of Capricorn, and building those new foundations, re-erecting and starting something new, starting new foundations and moving forward. And these are the situations that we have to iron out those kinks on before we move forward. Now, you also have the Sun is moving into Virgo on the 23rd, coming out of the roaring lion and moving into the finger pointer, lie detector, organizer, Virgo. So it's going to start giving us a new way to illuminate and correct 1, 2, 3 how we need to go about doing it. Then everything this week is pulling us to the full moon in Pisces. Now remember, Pisces energy wants to believe that everything's great. It wants to believe in people when sometimes it shouldn't. Okay, you know, if somebody is just pulling your leg and telling you a bunch of shit, you know it. Your soul knows it. And this is that time when you need to trust in your soul, because as we come to that full moon, you want to not be in denial and tell yourself the lies to try to make yourself feel better. If you know somebody's not doing you well, you know it. Don't lie to yourself. That's a very important part when you hit a full moon in Pisces. Now, you have a grand trine this week, which is giving us some positive, sensible energies. Uranus is still in retrograde. Independence, uniqueness, freedom, and our individuality, which is also speaking to our self-worth, our self-value, our self-esteem, and our small possessions, so to speak. Speaking to the Sun. This is the trine. Speaking to the Sun, which is going from Leo and into Virgo. And then it is speaking to Capricorn, rules, walls, and boundaries, and how to create them in the newfound way to make this all work for you. To bring that shine to you, to bring that illumination to you, to bring your own self-worth, self-value, and self-esteem into light, along with your individuality, your uniqueness, and your freedom. Point blank. This can give us so much power to move forward, especially since I'm being told Vista, which is in that universal 9th house, is fire. Vista is our soul fire, and it is the fire of the home and the hearth in fire, Sagittarius. And it's basically being ruled by your higher self. So trust in your higher self. Trust in your higher knowledge. Trust in your intuition. You already know the answers, more or less. Now, you also have 2 T-squares. You have 1 T-square this week, which is like negative or challenging, uncomfortable energies that are coming together. And if you can work through those challenges, you can overcome it into a positive energy. But it will not be easy. You have Uranus in Taurus still, which is in retrograde, speaking to Mars, okay? Mars again, your hot fire, passion, aggression, action. Okay, and that universal 10th house dealing with our outer community and speaking to the North Node in Leo. The North Node is always trying to tell you what you have got to learn in order to move forward. And if you don't learn it, you will not move forward. So your independence, your individuality, your uniqueness, your freedom, your self-worth, your self-esteem is going to be fighting with that Mars energy. It is not going to be getting along with that extra passion. That's that tension, I'm telling you, that's coming in this week. But you need that tension in a form to help direct you in the right way, because without it, you're not going to see what you need to see and what needs to be changed to move forward. The node is not going to be easy on you, but you can do it. Now, on the 24th, which is Friday, we do have another T-square. One T-square backed up against another one. And this is going to have the moon in Aquarius. It's going to be your emotions. Could be all over the place. I mean, we're talking about Aquarius energy here. It is speaking with Mercury, which is still in Leo and still in shadow, and picking up that energy of Mars. So you want to make sure that shadow energy isn't coming out in word vomit, okay? Because it is speaking to Jupiter, and it is speaking about the things that you need to learn and see in order to move forward, because they're not going to necessarily be comfortable things, because we are talking about the moon. But this important energy is going to be there showing itself so that you can have to get past the challenge and move forward. Now, you also have Mars this week and Lilith. Mars, which is now in Capricorn, Lilith, which is now in Aquarius, is in opposition of that North Node. So Lilith is, you ain't gonna make me do a damn thing I don't want to do. Point blank. Mars is your warrior, your inner SWAT team, your sexual aggression, and all of this fire, passion, tension is speaking to the North Node, trying to tell you what you need to chill about, how you need to act right about it, and how you need to come with a seasoned approach, a mature approach about how you are trying to change things, because that aggression may be teaching you what you need to know, but it will not get you where you need to be. I love you. I hope you have a wonderful week, and like I said, it's just the next couple weeks we're ironing out those kinks so that we can have better relationships in what we are doing and building and moving forward in the most positive way. But you got to work on it. You got to give yourself a little bit of break. Don't overdo it. I love you. Bye.